You think you know betrayal? You think you've seen it all in WWE? Well, what just went down backstage between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns after Vision's shocking attack will make your blood boil and question everything you thought you knew about loyalty in professional wrestling. This wasn't just another backstage segment. This was personal, this was raw, and this was explosive. The cameras caught something WWE didn't want you to see, and we're breaking it all down right here, right now. Before we dive into the chaos, we need to talk about Vision's calculated assault that left the WWE Universe in absolute shock. Monday Night Raw was supposed to be about championships, about glory, about proving who's the best. Instead, we got one of the most vicious, cold-blooded attacks in recent WWE history. Vision didn't just attack Seth Rollins. He destroyed him. He dismantled him piece by piece in front of millions watching worldwide, and the sinister smile on his face told us everything we needed to know. This wasn't random. This was orchestrated. This was revenge. Seth Rollins, the architect himself, the man who revolutionized WWE with his intelligence and ring prowess, was left lying in the middle of that ring, clutching his ribs, gasping for air. The referees rushed in. Medical staff swarmed the area, and all we could do was watch in horror as one of WWE's biggest stars was carried out on a stretcher. But here's where things get absolutely insane. The cameras didn't stop rolling when Seth went backstage, and what they captured? Pure television gold mixed with unfiltered rage. According to our exclusive backstage sources at Wrestling Zone Insider, Seth Rollins was barely through the curtain when he demanded, and I mean demanded, to see Roman Reigns. Now think about that for a second. The man just got brutalized, possibly injured, medical staff telling him to get checked out immediately, and all he wants is to confront the tribal chief. Why? Because Seth knows something we don't. He knows Vision didn't act alone. He knows there's a bigger picture here, and Roman Reigns is somehow connected to this entire conspiracy. The backstage area reportedly went silent when Seth started yelling for Roman. Crew members froze. Producers didn't know what to do. This wasn't scripted. This wasn't planned. This was real emotion, real anger, and real consequences about to unfold. Security tried to hold Seth back, but you know the architect. When he wants answers, nothing will stop him from getting them. Here's a quick trivia question for all of you in the comment section. What year did Seth Rollins originally betray the Shield, breaking up one of the most dominant fact irons in WWE history? Drop your answer below and let's see who the real WWE historians are in our Wrestling Zone Insider family. Now, before we get to the actual confrontation that has everyone talking, we have a quick request for you. We are constantly working to improve our content to earn your love and support. That's why we would truly appreciate it if you could take a moment to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update here on Wrestling Zone Insider. Back to the story, because what happened next will shock you to your core. Roman Reigns emerged from his locker room, flanked by Paul Heyman and members of his inner circle. The tribal chief looked calm, collected, almost too comfortable given the chaos that just erupted. He walked towards Seth with that signature confidence, that smirk that says he's always 3 steps ahead of everyone else. And then they locked eyes. Our sources tell us you could cut the tension with a knife. These two men, brothers who went to war together in the Shield, who conquered WWE together, who broke each other's hearts with betrayals, were now face to face in the most volatile situation imaginable. Seth, still clutching his ribs, his face red with anger and pain, stepped forward. Witnesses say he got right in Roman's face and said words that cannot be aired on television. The accusations flew. The history between them came pouring out like a broken dam. Seth accused Roman of orchestrating the entire attack. He claimed Roman sent Vision to take him out because Seth was getting too close to championship gold again. He said Roman couldn't handle the fact that Seth was on the verge of proving he's still the best wrestler in WWE, possibly even better than the tribal chief himself. Those are fighting words. Those are career-ending accusations. And Roman? Roman just smiled. That smile from Roman Reigns told us everything. It wasn't a denial. It wasn't shock or surprise at being accused. It was confirmation. It was the smile of a man who just had his plan executed perfectly. Paul Heyman tried to step between them, tried to defuse the situation with his silver tongue and legal jargon, but Seth wasn't hearing any of it. He pushed Heyman aside and got even closer to Roman, demanding answers, demanding truth, demanding justice. Here's another trivia question for the comment section. How many times have Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns faced each other in singles matches at WrestleMania? Let us know your answer down below. What Roman said next, according to multiple people who were there, will change everything moving forward. He leaned in close to Seth and whispered something that made Seth's eyes go wide. Cameras didn't pick up the audio, but we've been working our sources overtime to find out what was said. The rumor circulating through the WWE locker room is that Roman told Seth this was just the beginning. That Vision was just the first move in a much larger game. That Seth should have stayed in his lane instead of challenging the head of the table. But here's where the conspiracy gets even deeper. Vision, the man who just destroyed Seth Rollins, has history with Roman Reigns that WWE has tried to bury. They worked together on the independent circuit years ago. They've been spotted training together during off-season. There are photos, though WWE has tried to scrub them from the internet, showing Vision and Roman at the same gym, having dinner together, plotting something that's now coming to fruition. This isn't just a random attack. This is a calculated hit ordered by the most powerful man in WWE. Roman Reigns has turned the entire company into his personal kingdom, and anyone who threatens his throne gets eliminated. Seth Rollins was getting too much momentum. The fans were rallying behind him. He was becoming the face of Monday Night Raw again, and Roman couldn't allow that. So he sent Vision, his secret weapon, to take Seth out of the equation. The confrontation backstage reportedly escalated to the point where security had to physically separate Seth and Roman. Multiple superstars came running when they heard the commotion. Witnesses say Cody Rhodes was there, trying to calm Seth down. Kevin Owens stood between them, preventing an all-out brawl. Even Triple H reportedly came rushing to the scene to prevent a legitimate fight from breaking out. But damage was already done. Lines were drawn. War was declared. Seth Rollins made it crystal clear that this wasn't over. He promised Roman that he would expose him. He would prove that Roman orchestrated the attack, and he would make Roman pay for every single second of pain Vision inflicted. The Architect versus the Tribal Chief, but this time it's not about titles or glory. This is about revenge. This is about truth. This is about settling a score that goes back years. Here's your final trivia question. Which member of the Shield has held the WWE Championship for the most total days throughout their career? Hit that comment section with your answer. The WWE Universe is now divided. Some fans believe Seth is paranoid, that he's looking for someone to blame for his own failure to see Vision's attack coming. Others are convinced that Roman has been pulling strings behind the scenes for years, eliminating anyone who threatens his position at the top of WWE. The evidence is mounting, the coincidences are too many to ignore, and the truth is about to come out in the most explosive way possible. What happens next week on Raw could change WWE forever. Will Seth have proof of Roman's involvement? Will Vision strike again? Will Roman finally admit to his master plan? And most importantly, how far is Seth willing to go to get his revenge? These questions need answers, and Wrestling Zone Insider will be here breaking down every single development as it happens. This confrontation between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns backstage wasn't just another segment. It was the beginning of a war that will consume Monday Night Raw for months to come. The Shield brothers have become enemies once again, but this time the stakes are higher than ever before. This time, it's personal in ways we've never seen. The Architect versus the Tribal Chief in a battle that will determine the future of WWE. Make sure you're subscribed to Wrestling Zone Insider because we'll be bringing you exclusive updates, backstage rumors, and breaking news as this story develops. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Roman orchestrated the attack? Is Seth justified in his accusations? And what do you think Roman whispered to Seth during that heated confrontation? We want to hear from all of you. The wrestling world will never be the same after what went down backstage. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns just reignited a rivalry that could burn down the entire WWE landscape. Vision may have struck the first blow, but this war is far from over. Stay tuned to Wrestling Zone Insider for everything you need to know about the biggest story in professional wrestling.